Welcome back to the channel, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you do subscribe, hit the bell icon as well, and follow us on Instagram at Performance Rebuilds. Before we actually carry on with the C63, I just want to say that this video might go out a little late. It really depends on when we can actually get this car into the spray booth. So we've got a Friday slot, which is probably going to be unlikely, and we've definitely got a Saturday slot. So the plan is to get it painted by Friday. If that doesn't happen, we're going to have to paint the car on a Saturday, which basically means it really might be going out late. So this is going out late. We do apologise. Anyways, guys, this is crack on with the build. There's a lot to do. Let's get this car prepped up and get it into the booth and get all these panels sprayed up.
So guys, I finished up on the bumper. The primer's nice and flat now. I've been using an 800 grit to get it nice and smooth. So that's all done now. I've got my water right here, so we can move on to the next panel, which is the bonnet. Sorry, the wing, then the bonnet. Before we actually start flattening down anything, we will need to remove the V8 by turbo badge right there, you can see, and also we'll be masking off the A-post, door, and the lower skirt as well, just so that when we wet flatten the areas, we don't want to touch the next panel, because we are not painting the next panels. We're just going to do an edge to edge on the wing. So yeah guys, let's get on with it and start flattening it all down. When we're done, we can start moving on to the bonnet as well. So I finished up on the wing and the bonnet as well. So on the wing, I've just cut through slightly so you can see a bit of the filler. So I'll just patch repair that, patch primer that before we start getting it in the spray booth and all sorts. So bonnet's done. We got it nice and flat. All the primed areas have been flattened down. So that's all done now. We start working our way down to the rear. The wing's obviously done. The door needs flattening down. So before we start flattening down the door, the mirror needs to come out. Door handle needs to come out. So in order to get the door handle out, there's one T25 that holds it in. So if you take this rubber grommet off, there'll be a T25. If you loosen that, this little plastic piece will come right out. You'll slide it back. So there'll be two weather seals right here. So just pull them right out and that'll be done for the handle. In order to remove the mirror, there's one screw holding the door card, I'm assuming. So there's one little clip right there. So if you take that off, there'll be a screw there. Unscrew that, pop the door card off. And the loom for the module will be running into the loom for the mirror will be running into the module. We'll clip that off. There'll be a few bolts holding the mirror up, and we just unbolt that, and that should be it for the door card and the mirror. And we can start working our way down. Once that's done, we can start working our way down to that quarter panel and just start finishing this full side up. We will be flattening down the tailgate. You see there's a few deep scratches on there, and the bumper, there's a few scratches on there. So once we're done with that, we'll just work our way down to the side. So I flattened down the rear quarter and also half the bumper, which we'll be painting. So we're on the last panel, which is the tailgate. So in order to actually start working on it, what we need to do is remove the tailgate spoiler. Once that's off, we start flattening it all down. If you guys remember, there are a few deep scratches around this area right here. So we flatten it all down, get it nice and level, nice and smooth. So you can paint that as well as painting the outside and the front end. So get that spoiler off. I think we'll use some heat gun on it. Get some heat on there and just heat that adhesive up, then you can just get that spoiler right out. So I've given the car a good wash. All that compoundy, chalky stuff is all off and it's nice and clean and ready for the spray booth. Before we start taking the stuff down to the spray booth, what we need to do is prep this bonnet right here. That's the only panel left that needs prepping up. We need to scotch it all down, and also we've done some repairs on the other side. And you can see right there, we've got a few highs and lows. We'll skim that down, we'll skim that up with some filler and just prime it all up and scotch the whole bonnet down. That should be the only panel left to actually prep up, apart from the little sensors and the tow eye for the bonnet, sorry, the bumper. So the bumper's also done. It's nice and clean. So get the bumper off the stand, get the bonnet on the stand. Once it's there, we'll start prepping it all up, scotching it all down, and also doing the little repair. So let's get on with it, guys, and start removing the bonnet.
It is the next day, and last night we did finish off the repair work on the inside of the bonnet. If you remember, there was a bunch of small dents just along that region there, so that's all been sorted out now. The plan is to paint the inside of the bonnet as well as the front bumper as well.
So I've wiped down the panels with some panel wire. All you gotta do is, before you start laying down the paint, we'll get a tack rag and just tack all the panels, make sure we ain't got no loose dust on the surface. I've got my paint mixed inside the gun, so that's all ready. I've got my mask ready. Once you tack them all down, we'll start laying down some paint. So check it out, guys, we've got the bonnet painted up from underneath along the top as well, and also the bumper's been done. We have the parking sensor done, along with that the tow eye. So that's all ready now. The panels are not 100% dry. We'll have to give it a few days for the lacquer to fully cure. It is quite cold, guys, so we'll give them a few days to cure. Anyway, we're going to move on to the car now. We need to start prepping it all up, masking it off all around where it needs to be masked off. We're going to do 90% of the masking inside here, and the rest of the 10% will be done at the spray booth. I think it would be best for us to actually move the headlights. You can see right here, I've actually gone over with the primer onto the headlight. So that's an amateur mistake. So we'll get both headlights out. That way it's easier to get inside the gaps as well. So we get both headlights out and we get straight into it and start masking it all up. So we made it down to the spray booth, guys. 90% of the masking has been done, as you guys can see right there. All we gotta do now is just lay down that sheet, mask it all down. I'm thinking what I'll do along the side is, instead of putting the sheet there, because what happens is when you're spraying, the sheet tends to like flap about. So we'll get some masking paper and just put some masking paper along there. Then you should be pretty much ready to go, start mixing our base coat and start laying it down. So I got my mask ready, car's nice and clean, paint's all ready, so let's start laying it down. there we have it guys, the car's all been painted up now. I've given it a few coats of base coat and given 2 coats of lacquer, so it's pretty much done now and it's absolutely shining. We have got a bit of speck in there, which is normal for the spray bit to actually in. We really need cutting and polishing, but overall the job's come out good. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah guys, it's really late. It's 9:40 on a Saturday night. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the night here and we'll end this video as well. So thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.